All right. I'd like to open up the Board of Adjustments meeting, June 27, 2017. All right. But it has been a second. All right. We're going to do call to order. That's what I just did. Roll call of members. I'm Devin Graham, Vice Chairman, Acting Chairman tonight. We got Ms. Darla Harris.
Yay.
Present.
Present.
Steve Jofrion.
Present.
And Eddie Kras.
Present.
All right. This time, we'd like to open the floor for public comments. Anybody want to speak about the Board of Adjustments, not on a particular item, but just on the board itself? Step forward and sign in and state anything. Nobody? Closing public comment period. All right. I need a motion to accept the minutes from May 23rd, 2017.
Motion.
Motion by Steve Jofrion. Need a
Second.
Second by Ms. Darla Harris. Need a motion to accept the written decisions for May 23rd, 2017.
Motion.
Motion by Steve Jofrion,
I'll second.
second by Ms. Darla Harris. All right. This time, we'd like to move forward. We're gonna open up for zoning review ID PZ 1346.17 has been pulled from the agenda. So we'll move on to zoning review ID PZ-1347.17, Lot 63, Bonlu subdivision, second filing for Thomas and Rebecca Wilds, located on the north side of the La Rochelle Road, approximately 350 feet west of Fontainebleau Drive. Anyone here to speak? You can step forward and tell us what you're asking for, please.
Afternoon, Mr. Vice Chair and members. I'm here with my wife, Rebecca. I've been in Ascension Parish for 26 years. I live in Bonlu subdivision, and I would like to build a 24 by 30 foot double-car garage in the back of my property. And I'm here to ask for a variance because I don't have enough setback to the rear or to the side. But because of the way my property, or my home is located on my property, I'm limited as to where I can put it. So I'm asking for a variance of, I believe, 7 feet to the back and 1 foot to the side.
Yes, sir.
And I believe it, hopefully you have copies of the
Yes, sir,
diagram.
we have everything. Any questions for the gentleman?
I have a lengthy presentation, but I understand there's a sports event this evening, so I'll skip that.
I have a question. Is there any chance that you can redesign it or change the dimensions to make it fit without doing the variance?
No, ma'am. The only way I can do it is, and I addressed it in the application, is because the way my home is situated on the property, the only other option to get it to where I don't have to ask for the variance is to demolish the rear part of my under roof, where I have an existing carport and a little, like a mother-in-law room. I would have to demolish that and then pour the slab there to be able to fit the building of that dimension without asking for a variance.
And and it has to be that dimension that you have. What is it?
Well, it's going to be a
24 by 30?
2-car garage with a small shop area to the side, and it's 24 foot deep. So to park, I think a normal vehicle is about 18 feet long. So that'll give me enough room to put the car in and have a little bit in the front and the back. And then 2 cars wide is about 18 feet. And I'll have a 2 foot on one side for the edge of the building, and on the opposite side I'll have about 10 feet for a little work area. And I tried to, actually, the original plans that I drew up didn't have it situated like the diagram that you see. I actually had it going in and then trying to make a turn behind my existing structure, but it would make the slab 48 feet long and 24 foot wide. And it only helped me out on the 1 foot side. It didn't help me out on the back side. Plus, the cost of doing that was kind of prohibitive because of the size of the slab.
All right.
Is it a already engineered kind of setup, or is it a build on site? In other words, is
No,
it
it's gonna
stick
be-
frame, or is it a?
Yes, steel frame engineered building.
Oh, so it's engineered, it's already designed, built. It's not like you're out there with studs building it kind of deal.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be
Okay.
building it myself.
Yes, sir.
I haven't, of course, I've got estimates and everything to get it done from
Yes.
concrete contractors, building contractors, and erectors. but I haven't moved forward with the project pending the outcome of this hearing.
Yes, I'm
But
just trying
the
to,
building I have picked out is an engineered steel building that
Yes,
meets
sir.
all the code.
yeah, so that's what I was trying to see, make sure it was, see if it was engineered or if it was stick frame, but
Yes,
I
sir,
understand what you're saying.
engineered building.
Any other questions?
I'm looking at this Google Earth map right here, I guess.
Yes, sir.
it is. So it looks like your neighbor right next door's got a shed just like it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It looks like he's a lot closer to the property line than what you're asking for?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I also, members, Mr. Vice Chair, I also went and spoke with my neighbors on the adjacent properties, and I asked them to sign a statement saying that they're not in opposition to it. So I have that to present to the board if
Yes,
that's
sir.
appropriate.
We can put it in the file if y'all want. If y'all like, we'll let Ms. Patrice put it in the file.
Okay.
If there's no other questions, I just want to open public comment period, see if anybody's here to speak on for or against the variance. Oh, we gotta do that, right? So, nobody here to speak? Patrice, nobody? All right, at the time I'd like to close. All right, gentlemen's lady, y'all got
I'd like to make a
Motion.
motion to accept, I mean, there's one right next door, and he looks like he's doing less encroaching than they doing. It's not a very big variance. It still leaves 13 feet between him and the back of his building and the property line, and I think that's sufficient to be able to get any equipment in there if they ever needed to be work done. So, that being said, I make a motion to accept as written.
Make a motion to accept.
Got a motion to accept by Mr. Steve Joffrion as written, second by Eddie Kras. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair and members.
Oh, I'm not gonna hang up, so- All right, this time we'll move on to zoning review ID PZ-1348.17, Lot 7 for Pamela Como, I'm sure you told me I said this earlier, Gatham, located on the south side of LA Highway 621, approximately 5,400 feet west of Adam Tom Play Road. Anyone here to speak? How you doing?
I am. I'm Pamela Como Grantham.
Grantham.
And I want to thank Lance so very much for helping me through this because I've never done anything like this before. I'm a recent widow, and it's my baby here. And I own 2 acres, Lot 8 and Lot 7. I live on Lot 8. My nephew, who is disabled, was flooded in Donaldsonville, front and back, from the ditch in the back. And if I'm saying too much, you tell me.
Oh, no.
I don't need to know all that.
It's your time.
In the sewer from the front. And he lived in the house not knowing that there was mold in it. And he's been very sick since he's had a colostomy on his stomach. And he needs to, I have property, and my stepson is living on my lot, on Lot 7, but he has been looking for a place to live since the flood. He has the money. He's had several deals, but they have all fell through. He does not want to live where he's at now anymore, so he's still looking. And I'm sure that he'll be going by the end of the year. Well, I want my nephew Jeremy, that I raised. My mother, father, and I reared him, and in Donaldsonville, and he's going to get a vocational rehabilitation scholarship and go to school, and I'm so excited, and I want him to be close to River Parishes and LSU. He wants to be a biologist, and he needs to get out of Donaldsonville.
Okay.
Not because of the city, but because of where he's having to live in a 6x8 little
Yes, ma'am.
room.
Okay.
So I'm asking y'all, please, I have purchased him a brand-new trailer from Greg Tilley, 14x80. I'm going to have, I forgot it, Brad Petrino, I think is the way you pronounce his last name, build him a pad. I'd like to do it 10 feet from the fence, because he's going to have steps in the front by his in the back,
Yes.
next to the fence on the, I guess that'd be west side, going towards Baton Rouge in the front. That bus is gone. Do you see a bus in the picture?
Yes, ma'am. I was
Okay,
gonna say this
it's
is-
been hauled away, and all of the trash, my son, it's all my son's, he's a Sanford son. He likes to collect junk. All that will be gone, and it'll be a very pretty yard. My nephew, that is like my son, will take care of it.
Yes,
Will
ma'am.
take care of it. And I'm
So-
asking you all to please allow him to move in
Okay.
and
So
be
ba-
by his mother, who has autism, that lives with me.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, so just state, the variance she's asking for is to allow a second residence, non-immediate family corridor ordinance on the property.
Correct.
Miss Pam, it says in here it's a travel trailer, but you said it was like a 14 by,
No, it was at first, when I first talked to Lance, that's what he was going to settle for.
okay.
But I said, Jeremy, I'm your nanny. He doesn't like to call me nanny because he's 42. But I said, and I can afford it, and I'm buying you a trailer.
So it's an
It's
actual
going to
mobile
be
home.
from Greg Tilley's, brand new,
Okay, good.
2-bedroom.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome, Stephen.
Ms. Grantham, how many structures are on that lot? 'Cause
On
it
that
looks like
lot
several
now?
right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, my stepson has a 1967 little trailer that's going horizontally. He's got a carport in front of it,
Okay,
and then he and his daddy bought a office trailer, and it's going vertically to meet to the bedroom. But all of that will be gone. I've given him a time limit to find someplace to move,
okay.
and he has the money to move.
So all of that's gonna be gone?
Yes,
And are you
ma'am.
gonna put the new trailer in that same spot or
No,
a
ma'am.
different spot?
No, ma'am.
And it's gonna come in before all of this is gone?
Yes, ma'am. There's enough room.
Would it look similar to your neighbors? Your neighbor has a home in the back of their property as well. Would it
Yes,
be
sir.
similar to
That's
that idea?
yes,
Just
sir.
Okay,
Mr. Michelle, yes,
yes, ma'am.
he does, and it's the same amount of property, an acre,
Okay,
with 2 residents on it.
yes, ma'am. Any other questions? All right, at this time, I'm gonna open a public hearing. See, is there anyone here to speak on the subject, on the variance, Patrice, on the item? All right, time I'd like to close public hearing. All right. Motion, anyone? Or
I'm just concerned that there's so many structures, so many.
we can
like-
put in the, I mean, we can put in the motion to make sure it's limited to 2 if you needed to.
Can also make it for 1 year. I mean, she's at,
Okay.
Ms. Pam, the timeframe,
Yes, sir.
is it 1 year? I didn't-
yeah.
Is there a timeframe that you are definitely asking for?
I'm asking my stepson,
I must have missed it.
because I just gave him 34 acres in Texas
Yes, ma'am.
of a ranch property that we had purchased, and he sold it, and he has a lot of money. He should not have sold it. He should have moved there, because that's why we bought it. I've told him that he has to be out by the end of the year.
And what's the time frame that you're gonna bring in the new trailer? When are you planning on doing
As soon as y'all tell me I can, and as soon as the weather dries up enough for Brad Trucking to build the pad. He's going to build a nice, sturdy pad, safe pad with limestone on top. And it won't be as close to the highway as Sterling's trailer is, as the existing trailer is.
Pretty much put anything you need for it. I mean, Cody, if it's wrong, Cody will let you know.
Yeah, it's okay to go.
Anybody else? You want to discuss anything?
What would you go?
I was going to make a motion to accept it. However, predicated upon by the end of the year, before the first of the year, that the 67 trailer and the office trailer are hauled away.
I agree.
Okay? Will that
Thank
work
you.
for you, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You wanna note the time?
Can I have that in writing?
Before the first of the year.
Okay. To present it to my stepson.
All for 1 year.
I mean, it's up to y'all.
I don't know. On the removal,
Yeah.
right.
Right?
So,
Okay.
okay.
All right. Got a lot of discussion up here.
That's good.
So I'm going to go ahead and make a motion to accept based upon, before the first of the year, that we remove that you guys remove the 67 trailer and the office trailer.
Yes, sir.
And we can go ahead and, sorry.
Lance told me
go
there
ahead
would
and
be a
have the-
time frame.
What's that?
Lance told me it would be temporary.
Yes, ma'am. And that should be fine. Huh?
Cody, should we take the year off the 67 part? Maybe say existing structures or anything like that? Just in,
Whatever conditions y'all want to put on it.
okay, I just don't want to say a 67 and it's a 68.
I
Yeah.
understand. I
Just
understand.
make reference to the existing structure.
Existing,
All right.
other existing other
All
existing structures.
Yeah, structures need to be removed.
He's going to demolish it.
Okay,
Okay,
So- okay. So the motion is to accept based upon you guys removing any other structures before the first of the year off of the property, with the exception to your residence and
The carport.
in the carport,
There's two carports, one in the front and one in
in
the
the
back.
in the new residence that
Yes,
you're
sir.
going to be bringing in. Okay.
I appreciate it, Edward. Thank you very much.
all right, as I say, I got a motion by Mr. Eddie Krass,
I'll second it.
second by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much, committee.
you.
God bless y'all. Thank you, Lance.
Oh, that's good. All right, we're gonna move forward with zoning review ID PZ-1354.17, lot WW-A Stevens Estates for Dana and Erica Thomas, that's not right. Located on the east side of Francine Circle South, approximately 1,346 wait, no. Anyway, approximately 250 feet of Francine Circle North. Sorry. Go ahead. What you trying to
I'm
ask
trying to
for?
get a variance for the back part of my property. It's, I got some, my uncle was an engineer from Texas. He designed my house, and when he looked at it, he thought it was 10 feet from the property line from the back. But when I got the surveyors to come out there, I had the plans already drawn up from, Acadian Design. They drew the plans up, and when the surveyors came out there to do the survey for the lot, they told me that it was 20 feet from the property line to the back of my house, which is now is 11 feet. And I had architect, Acadian Design, come back, and I got some options, like I'll at least get the variance so I can be 15 foot 11 from the back property line. And then from the front of the road, it's supposed to be like 20, 25 feet or so, and then I got an option on number 3, which is 22 foot from the road.
Yeah, I was about to say, I know it's an irregular lot.
Yeah, it's a irregular lot, yeah.
Wow.
Understatement.
Yeah, it's right off of 73. All right, any questions, y'all? So, favorite question is, that's the best you can do design-wise? There's no way to get away from the variance, right?
No, sir.
Just want to state that, okay.
Yes, I spoke to my neighbor, and he said he was gonna come. He didn't make it. He said he didn't have no problem signing anything that he needed to sign for the variance for me to build my house.
Okay. Drainage, there's no drainage or anything on the property, and
I know,
you good on the ditches, okay. So basically just inside the building lines.
Am I looking at this as just basically the front porch is encroaching on the
yes, sir.
building setback line? Yeah, okay, on the front,
It's just
just the front porch.
porch.
Yeah, well, I was just looking at this right here, this little section.
So
Yeah, they got them. Any other questions? I'll move. Let me, I'm gonna open public hearing real quick. Anybody here to speak on the subject, please step forward. No, nobody? Public hearing closed. Any other discussion?
I'm not seeing a, yeah, it is. I'm not seeing a recommendation from Lance.
Oh, Lance, what's y'all's recommendation?
Oh, I didn't have one. Oh, the recommendation was to accept based on the existing lot size
Okay.
and irregular shape of the lot.
Regular, okay. Yeah, it's a strange.
How many square feet, is this house you building?
4939 total.
49?
Yes, sir.
What's the living?
3260.
Okay, it's a pretty big house.
Yes, sir.
I don't see any problems with the back property, you know, I mean, it's like. I'll make a motion to accept as written.
Got a motion to accept as written by Mr. Steve Joffrion,
Okay. Well, second.
second by Mr. Eddie Krass. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to zoning review ID PZ-1362.17 for Mr. Todd Blair, located on the southwest corner of LA 74 and Hackberry Lane. Anyone here to speak? Mr. Quintmall, how you doing?
Good evening, good evening. Here representing Earls and Associates, asking for the variance of the minimum lot size. All lots adhere to the zoning except for the right-of-way. Corner lot C1A, obviously, because of the corner lot of Highway 74, State Highway, and Hackberry Lane has a little less. You know, obviously, it's going to be the smallest due to that fact it's a corner lot. And Lance, you may help me if I think we're also requesting a variance on C1C, of the 25-foot building line.
Correct.
Yep, and the 8-foot utility servitude. We're looking about rerouting that or having to go to the planning commission for approval, since that the Board of Adjustments doesn't adjust utilities. So this has already been submitted to the planning department, and this is to address comment number 1. That's why we're here today.
So, Clint, basically, this is already owned property, and he's already got structures there, and he's just subdividing it to family partition or something like that?
Well, it's a simple division due to the fact
Simple
that it has the public road frontage. There are family members. It was added structures due to the density rule of RM,
Right, okay.
which fits that criteria.
So the variance you asked, Lance, is just for the lot size? We're not,
It's lot size and also for frontage, setback, because it's 55 feet from the center of the road. Its property line goes to the center of the road.
yes, sir.
So some of those structures he's asking for variances for, based on that.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Talking about Hackberry?
On Hackberry, yes, sir, I'm sorry, yes, sir.
Yeah, but still got 30-foot right away and all. Old Ascension.
Yeah.
All right. I'll tell you what, let me open public comment period real quick. This time I'd like to open public comment period. Anybody here to speak on the agenda item? Please come forward, sign in. Nobody? Closing public comment period. All right. Any other questions, discussions, motions?
I'll make a motion to accept.
We got a motion to accept as written by Mr. Steve Jeffrey.
I'll second it.
Second by Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Go Tigers.
All right, moving forward, any old business?
No, sir.
No, sir. Any new business? I
No, sir.
believe so. All right, favorite part? Entertain a motion to adjourn? Anybody?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by Mr. Steve Jovion, seconded by
I'll second it.
Ms. Darla Harris. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Y'all have a good night.